Hello and welcome. This is Jam from Dreams of Jam and Tea, and this is my interview with Mr. Star and Sky. I'd like to give a big thank you to him for agreeing to do this video for us to enjoy today. It was a lot of fun to record, and I hope you enjoyed as well. I have linked all of his socials and the videos that we talk about in this interview in the description, so please make sure that you take a look, join his communities. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of information. You can get a lot of hints and tips and tricks to play this game. Dreamlight Valley is a big game, and he does a great job of providing a ton of information for us to use. So I highly suggest that. Also, please like and subscribe to this channel as well. We'd really appreciate that. All your support really helps. And please enjoy. And again, thank you, Mr. Star and Sky. Well, thank you so much for doing this. This is amazing.
No problem. It sounds like fun. Nobody ever interviewed me, so I'm kind of excited.
Really? That's surprising.
Why is it so? Why?
Well, I would think getting a bunch of different people onto one video would be something very helpful to everybody in the community. I can't imagine why no one would think to do that in the past.
Oh.
Oh,
got a cat.
Kitty. I have my two are in the window next to me.
Nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to do this for new players mostly. When I first started and joined all these different communities, it was very overwhelming, and the game loads everything based on its updates that it's got, and it's huge. And when you start, it can feel just enormous. And then you join communities and people start using language like biomes and mining nodes. And, you think, I don't know anything about this game. It's supposed to be Mickey Mouse, right? What am I doing? So what made you choose Dreamlight Valley?
Well, it's hard to remember because it's been almost 2 years ago, but I feel like it wasn't me choosing Dreamlight Valley. It was Dreamlight Valley choosing me.
Okay.
So the way I learned about the game, I saw an article, some random article in Google from some of the game news websites saying that this new Disney game is like breaking all the charts. It's like in early access, and it showed some screenshots, and I looked at it and I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. Let me check it out. And also, I've been kind of looking for a new game to play on my channel because the games I was playing before weren't really working out. I used to play V-Rising, New World, those stuff like survival MMO games. So this seemed like it was pretty similar. So yeah, I gave it a try, and I really liked it. And the way that the thing that drew me in the most was the fact how just relaxing it was. Not stressful whatsoever. Some of the other games I used to play back at that time were like Apex Legends, Rocket League, like stuff that is really stressful and things can go wrong and stuff. But in Disney Dreamlight Valley, you just basically play in this cozy world where nothing can go wrong. You can't die. You can't lose.
Right.
You just log in and have fun.
Right. Wonderful. So what kind of pleasure do you take in sharing your experiences with the community? Because personally, I find such joy in finding a happy place where everybody's positive for the most part. I mean, we all complain about crashes or whatnot, but what drew you to keeping this community going?
I mean, I've been doing YouTube for almost 8 years now. I have another channel where I play like mostly mobile games. This was like me trying to branch out, so I mean, I don't know, I guess it just happened. I didn't expect people to actually really like my content in Disney Dreamlight Valley. And when I started getting people joining the community, getting comments, it's just, I don't know, it's very nice to see people actually enjoying what you create and enjoying what you share. And comments like when people saying that, oh, like I was feeling bad today and then I watched your video and now I feel better, like that is like very powerful stuff. It's just makes you want to continue doing this because it's not just it feels like you're not just playing the game and sharing it with people, you are actually just making people's lives better somehow, making their days better, which is like such a weird concept, but it's also such a good feeling that it's really hard to stop.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I watch the comments as people come in and out, and I'm so glad I'm here, or you made me smile, all of these things. And that's got to feel so great as the creator, and to see all of these people that are so pleased with what you're doing and sharing.
Yeah, I feel very proud for this community, and very grateful to this community, because it's not just, it works both ways. Sometimes I may be feeling down one day, and then I do a stream or just talk to people, reply to some comments, read some comments on the videos, and suddenly the day doesn't seem as bad anymore.
True. I've seen your mood change. I've seen you, tired or saying you didn't feel well, and by the end of the stream laughing and smiling. I've seen it.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. So, Go ahead.
Yeah, it's. I just want to say, it's not just about the game. I feel like the biggest part of it is the community, and the game is like a medium that allows us to connect, like based on something, and that something is basically love for Disney and the cozy games. So it's like a perfect medium for this community to come together.
So you've created the Dreamers Portal based around the Dream Snaps. Is that your favorite part of the game right now?
Yeah, I think so. It's just so much fun to create. It's the funny part is what makes it so much fun for me. It's also the thing that is the most frustrating about Dream Snaps is how restrictive the game can be, and how difficult it is to do certain things. Like, for example, get a perfect character pose is incredibly difficult. Get a great angle, great symmetry. Some items just don't fit together. And even though it seems like bad things about decorating a Disney Dreamlight Valley, it also makes it so much more satisfying in the end to come up with a great looking Dream Snap that defies all of those obstacles. It's like, and also be able to see how creative people get. I feel like Disney Dreamlight Valley is one of the best games to allow you to show your creativity. Everybody has the same set of items, but the way that people find, like the new ways people find of using those items is absolutely mind-blowing. I learn something new every single week when I look at Dream Snaps. It's just like, how did nobody think about that until now? It just keeps getting better and better.
Oh, absolutely. You visit valleys, and, the plaza's the same dimensions in everyone's valley, but they all look different. Across the board, I've never seen one that looks the same, and it's so interesting to see how people use those items. And so what is your favorite item right now to decorate with? If you had a go-to item?
I don't think I have a go-to item, but I do prefer using non-furniture items. I really like outdoors decoration, using trees, bushes, flowers, plants, rocks, stuff like that. So I'm like that. Those are my favorite items to decorate.
I mean, that totally makes sense to me. I understand that, especially when we have challenges like we just finished with the market. So what would be your top 3 tips to new players? What are the...
I actually thought about it.
What would you, if I'm a brand new player, what would you say are the top 3 things that I should not concentrate on, but maybe would help me advance in the game in an easier way?
Okay, so I wrote down a couple of things. I thought about it for a while. It was hard to find only 3, but yeah.
Yeah.
So number 1, and it's going to be Star Path. You have to buy Star Path. It's just the best value for Moonstones. And I see a lot of new players are skipping their first season or 2 of Star Path because they might not realize how it works, or they're just overwhelmed by all of the quests that you get from the beginning, and sometimes they just don't have time or opportunity to even play Star Path. But also I see a lot of people who regret missing out on their first Star Paths because they didn't know how it worked. So I think it's very, very beneficial. The first thing you do when you get the game is to buy Star Path. And sometimes the Star Path will dictate how you play this game, because sometimes you will get a task to hang out with somebody or give the gift to somebody, that you don't even have yet. So maybe that character should be your priority to bring into the valley next, so you can progress in Star Path. It kind of gives you a little bit of a direction, and it gives you some of the best items in the game that cost only, in the end of the day, it's only going to cost 400 moonstones, and you will get lots and lots of cool looking items. So Star Path, in my opinion, should be priority, even if you literally just started yesterday. Unless like the Star Path literally ends in less than a week, you can probably do it even if you started late. So yeah, that's number one.
Okay.
Number two is Dream Snaps. Now this one, pretty obvious because we just discussed how much I love Dream Snaps. But it's not just the fact that it's fun, which maybe for some people it won't be. Even if you don't have fun with Dream Snaps, I see a lot of people who don't participate in it at all, which is just leaving free moonstones on the table. You can get 300 moonstones by just taking a random picture, as long as it matches the tags, and it basically doubles your free moonstones that you can get per week. You can get the blue chests, which is 350 plus 50 for voting, so it's 400. You can get extra 300 just from submitting a random picture. But if you put just a little bit of effort in it, it can be 600, it can be 900, even more. That's why I made a second account that has absolutely no premium item or Star Path items, and I just wanted to see what is possible to do with like a very, just basically the most basic of the items, just nature stuff and Scrooge stuff. And I've been getting, like, last couple of weeks, I've been getting better results on my second account than on my first account, where I have every single item in the game. So I think even newer players who don't have a lot of items, they might feel like they don't stand a chance against all of those players who have literally everything. But it's not exactly true. You can definitely get some moonstones that you can later on use on getting some of your favorite items from the premium shop. And you're missing out if you're not doing Dream Snaps. You can do like super simple Dream Snap one week if you don't feel inspired, but in some week you might actually have the perfect items for the Dream Snap and perfect idea. Then you can try to get a high result. But not doing Dream Snaps at all, in my opinion, is a big mistake. Just leaving moonstones on the table.
Yes.
And the last one, I guess, is going to be to take your time with the game, like not trying to rush through every quest. Because, first of all, I see a lot of people who finish, for example, whatever update comes out, they finish all the new stuff within the first couple of days, and then they feel bored for the rest of the updates. And, well, if you're a new player, you're probably not going to have that problem, because there's a lot of quests in this game. It's like it's gonna take you probably weeks at least, or months, to even finish the base quests. But still, I feel like the best way to play Disney Dreamlight Valley is to do whatever you feel like doing right now, but a little bit of everything. For example, you grind some Star Path today, then you got bored of that, so you can go do a quest. Then if you want to take a break from quests, you can go work on your Dream Snap. Like, the beauty of Disney Dreamlight Valley is how much stuff there is to do, and everybody can find something to do based on how they feel today. It's just, it's a very versatile game. And if you rush it, if you like force yourself to do a specific task, even if you don't feel like it, it's just not going to feel great. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just not to rush it and take your time.
I would say my top one would be, when I first started, I was afraid to touch anything. You know, I was working with Scrooge, or I was doing Merlin's quest, and I didn't pick up items off the ground. Like, even if it's a crate, you don't realize that then pops into your inventory, or a flower, then all of a sudden you have new craftables. You know, I didn't realize that, and it took me forever to realize, oh yeah, that's how I get that. I have to pick something up first. So I went around and picked up all the flowers one day, or I picked up, any crate or furniture, and then all of a sudden I could purchase it in Scrooge. And yeah, that's, something that didn't occur to me at first, is to pick everything up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So overall, what videos do you have that new players could maybe access that would help them maybe create their dream snap or anything like that? Do you have those linked to your YouTube or your Discord?
I can send you a couple links of the videos that would be the most helpful to beginners, in my opinion. I have a ultimate beginner guide that has, I think, like 40 tips on basically stuff that the game doesn't really explain very well, that you have to figure out by trial and error, or you can just watch a nice guide that gives you all that information to begin with. Yeah, that would actually be a good one to include in the top 3 tips, is to watch a couple beginner guides about Disney Dreamlight Valley, because like there's so many small nuances and details that it's gonna take you forever to figure out, and it could be saving you a lot of time and making the game way more fun if you knew about them to start with. But also, on the other hand, it's so much fun discovering certain things on your own, so it's kind of like it would be nice to be able to be more efficient from the start, but then it's going to rob you from that experience of discovering certain things on your own, so it's a hard one to recommend.
Right.
But yeah, I do have a beginner guide, and I have some Dream Snap guides.
Great.
And I'm probably going to make more of those. Like, I want to do an Ultimate Guide Part 2 soon, and another Dream Snap guide, because it just keeps evolving. New stuff keeps appearing in the game.
What would be something
you'd
you'd like?
Stops.
Yeah, absolutely. What would be something from Gameloft that you'd like to see added to Dream Snaps to be able to use or do?
Oh yeah, definitely more poses, ability to use our accessories, our tools in Dream Snaps. Also, just, I don't know, this one is probably never going to happen, but some ability to submit, to be able to see the photos we took in the past in the game, and be able to submit one of those photos as a Dream Snap. But once again, it's probably not going to happen. It's just way too complicated. They'll have to track all the tags for every photo we ever take.
Yes.
But that would make your life easier, because you could have, for example, take a couple different shots and then go somewhere for feedback, and people can help you out to decide which one looks the best, and then you could just go back and submit it as your Dream Snap. That would be pretty convenient. But yeah, poses, maybe somehow to make it easier to work with villagers and critters. If you could potentially force a character to just repeatedly do his animation in a very specific spot, it would make the life so much easier. It's probably going to increase the quality of Dream Snaps dramatically, which will also increase the competition. So right now, people who have a lot of time to spend on their Dream Snaps, they have an edge, because it's like so difficult to do that not a lot of people even bother with doing like complex stuff with villagers or pets. But people who do, they actually get like really, really special Dream Snaps out of it.
Very nice. Now, I know I said I was only going to ask you a few questions, but sticking with Dream Snaps, what's your favorite? Outfit challenges or decor?
It's gonna have to be decor. I usually do much better with those two.
And if you could put up what would be your favorite, or your dream theme, should I say? What if you could pick a theme? What would it be?
Okay, I need a minute to think about this. I don't know, I mentioned it in one of my streams earlier, but it could be fun to have a theme where your task is not to create the best Dream Snap, but actually create the worst Dream Snap, to make it make as little sense as possible. But it shouldn't be like bad in terms of lazy. It should be just like you should put a lot of thought into it and have like an idea, but it just needs to feel like everything that could go wrong went wrong in the Dream Snap, like total chaos. I don't know, that sounds like fun to me, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's too complicated.
But that would be good on a freestyle challenge, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for doing this interview. It was fun. I appreciate it.
It was fun.
I do appreciate
wait
it.
to see how it turns out.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
All right, thank you too.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Absolutely. We'll see you on the next stream.
Sounds great.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this interview with Mr. Starr as much as I did having the conversation with him. Thank you to Mr. Starr again. Please like and subscribe to this video and channel, and keep on dreaming.